are going live. Good morning, comrades. How are we doing on this absolutely fine day? May I just say, I have not touched Hearts of Iron or any Paradox game really since prior to France. So this is going to be very interesting. I've claimed this to be my best, and therefore we shall make it. But there is absolutely zero promises. Now, I do hope all of my stream settings haven't corrupted. Someone tell me if they have. I've tried to wing everything back in order. So, it's been a good while, I should say. But we are going in as the greatest state on earth. Luxembourg, if you will. Honestly, I'm just sitting there, seeing that Reich, and I'm thinking, how do I bully you? How do I bully you as hard as physically possible? Oh my god, Holy Soviet King is back. Oh, by the way, yeah, no, Holy Soviet King, I'm not forgetting your name. I'm sorry to tell you. Okay, and I don't know what these crowns are about. These have been added since last live stream, so this is going to be a bit for doink. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to pop out chat, and if I could pop out chat to be nicely not like that, please. Could I get that pulled down to the bottom of my screen? Way, there we go. Now I can see everything properly without having to see my statistics. That is lovely. Statistics are unnerving on a first stream back, I swear. Right, I'm thinking political effort first. It just makes the most sense. It's that or industrial. But, I mean, if you look at our potential industry in the early game, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. To no cam, you... Wait. Chat. Thank you. Wait. Is this fine? Wait. I need to... How do I know if this is fine? Wait. There's no zoom out. Wait. I have to take this onto my main... Okay. That should be fine. Sorry. That is completely my bad. Thank you for saying. It's a little big. You know? I will for one request day only. God, my entire PC is imploding every time I do this. Wait, we're gonna take this in. It's gonna be nice, cute, and small in the corner. Right, I'm gonna minimize that, and we're not gonna look at it again, and we're gonna deal with that another day. That is the official response. Okay, I've like freshly came back from a foreign country. That's better. Good to know. Best, maybe not, but better we'll take. Right. Honestly, there's nothing we can do here. All we need to do is set time and start gunning for it. So what I'm thinking is we start producing guns later this year. Deltarune? No, of course not. The thing with Deltarune is, like, I was thinking about it. I was getting actually kind of bored of it. Because it was like the Sans bit, but continuously. And I don't know how else to say that. And it's just kind of like, how do I... like, I can't make content on that, because there's a lot of voice lines, a lot of voices to make. I don't have that many voices I can do. You know, I wish I were that good at voices, but I am not. I am not that good. Crikey. I forgot how, like, OE4 ran for a second. You know when you're like, I'm expecting it to run like the other like, if anyone's seen my activity recently, I have already got like 12 hours on EU4 within the past few days. And to be honest, I have been enjoying it. My PC will not be able to run EU5, to be honest. And apparently HOI5 is in the planning. So I'm gonna actually genuinely have to get a better PC if I wish to continue streaming. Which means I'm gonna cry about it for the longest time. You're not gonna hear any happy words. It's all gonna be sadness. Nothing good. Also, since I've been gone, fun idea, getting cool with your Discord server and force your members to voice different characters. Possibly. I mean, I don't know how many people are interested in that anyway. Deltarune wasn't the most popular thing on Earth. Yeah, HOI4, by a margin, was the biggest. And it makes sense, we're a HOI4 channel. At heart we are. At heart, our Luxembourg. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Luxembourg was actually the nation that kind of made my channel. I haven't played Luxembourg since this edition, by the way. So I don't know how I'm going to play around that duel there, because it's good, but on the other hand, this might be awful to play around. The thing is, what I'm thinking is we try to repudiate the Treaty of London. I think we need to control everything there. All Dutch states, not all Dutch provinces. There is a difference there. So what I'm thinking is, I think that is the state ownership in Rotterdam. Then you have Antwerp and Liège, and again, but like, to be honest, they're just gonna have to do that. But yeah, as for everything, I think I'm mainly gonna be playing Hoi 4, to be honest. Have they changed that? I swear that used to be 100 political power. Am I just going crazy? I might just be going crazy. Also, there is a potential that we can do where if we do actually go down this line, we can actually get the super... So, there has been an achievement added in this game for Luxembourg. And it is to unite the entire lowlands as communist Luxembourg. Now, that does imply that we can't use planes, because then they'd put so many planes on us that we just can't resist death. So we have to work on the anti-air tactics. Okay, let's not let a day pass, because we want to be as efficient with flipping as possible. Right. In the big 2025. Basic focus tree. You know what? I still say the basic focus tree is like one of the best. We're just going to start building here. I don't think. Like, I see why it's 4. But part of our research now, unlike the first games where we just set 10 on at the start and left it and not looked back, we're going to have to go into engineering and actually research this and this. We have to do both of these researches, or we actually just straight die. Which last time was not an issue. We never had that problem. On top of this, we will actually have the construction issues inside Luxembourg, which honestly might make me cry a little bit. But we should skip this one, which is gonna be pretty nice. We're gonna just get that. Hopefully we get more than 50 factories. We will have over 50 factories within our one like thing. And we are not to join any faction up until we start, winning. Well, up until the Soviets start winning, I should say. Because when the Soviets start winning, we can join the Comintern. And then as a Comintern, we can take this land, where we might actually be able to get Soviet intervention, which would just give us the land more efficiently, and that would be beautiful. In my hand, diabolical muscle. Well, yeah, no, that would happen. Admittedly, in France, I was cycling a lot. Oh, right. Okay. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna give a good interjection to this story, but I was in France, right? Specifically, actually, I can now say the location because I don't intend to be there again. I was in this province of France. This exact one. Yes, I do know. And also, it was actually closer. It was easier to get into Spain than it was to get to Bordeaux from where I was specifically. We might have even been in this province. I think it was actually this province here. Like, on the coast. Anyway. So you see, I was there. And, you might think, oh, did you fly to France? No, we decided to go from my county in the west of Britain, around about here, to take a train all the way to London, to take the Channel, which, by the way, if you don't know, London to Calais, Calais through Reims into Paris, and then we decided to take an overnight train from Paris all the way down to a place round about here called Soustons. At least I hope Soustons is around here. We will insult many French people in saying this. No, Soustons round about here, sorry. And then we took a few buses over here. I want you to know that, like, instead of being sane, I just went with my friends, you know what, let's just go and take a 18-hour train trip because that was sane. Now, I don't know the exact times, and I'd dox myself if I did, I guess. L me. Army defense. It was. It was. And you know what? I'm going to have to admit, crossing London and Paris, I can say this proudly. I went through the Paris Metro before I went through the London Underground. I don't know where I sit on that mentally, because, like, I have been so patriotically English for so long. And honestly, the adventure, like, it was fun. It was the best. Granted, I also want you all to know that there was one day, right? I was grabbing some wine, as you do. You know, I'm by Bordeaux. Why would you not grab some wine? So, you know, they give it to me in a paper bag. I'm walking through. And yes, you're getting all the French stories. This is going to be like 90% of the stream. If you are not interested in France, get wrecked. Anyway, so they give me a nice little paper bag. And I'm like, you know what? This is going to be some fine wine. And, you know, I walk across. And I want to get a hat. And I actually have a hat from this hat shop that I got 2 days after. What happened right in front of the shop, in the middle of the street, and this street was full, was my paper bag ripped straight open, 2 bottles of wine straight on the floor. What did I do? Did I potentially, you know, muster up the courage to make it look like it was intentional? No, I actually, like, I can't show you on stream, but what I did was just crouch down and just went, whoop. The universal sign of depression was happening, right? And then I came back 2 days later, right? And, you know, after clearing up the wine, I thought, I'm going to be more careful with my wine. I come across this really, really nice, like, family-owned Bordeaux wine people. Why is it Paul? Sorry. And what ends up happening is I turn around and I'm like, it's never going to happen again. There is no way this could happen again, right? Anyway, I put it inside my, like, actual bag, right? The one I carry on my back all the time. And somehow, by the grace of everything unholy, my bag straight on the floor. Second time in the middle of the street again. The wine people. The wine. Okay? Look. They're good for wine. Like, I just want you to know that I have lost 36 euros worth of wine in southern France. If you want to know how good this wine was that I lost, A, listen to my voice in the sadness that it is. And B, 25 euro wine from the south of France tastes like it's 80 quid in England. And you know what? I lost 36 euros of wine. Was it a time in my life? Yes. Is it ever to be repeated? No, never. That was I carried the same amount of wine through customs. I found out also, by the way, if anyone ever wants to smuggle wine into Britain, your personal limit is 15 litres before you get taxed. Who the hell is bringing over 15 litres of wine? Can we like knuckle down this bit? Okay, like in what universe? So yeah, the wine fiascos happen. And, you know, you're like, how could your wine instigations get any worse? Well, my wine instigations don't get any worse. In fact, that is the Spain war. Get wrecked, Spain. I love it, like, how I react so little to the actual game. That sounds like where the fuck do you come from for that to be a casual Friday? 15 litres of, like, 14% wine is, like, the official limit to the UK. And I'm sitting there like, how does one even get half of that? Oh my god, I forgot to micro so much. Politically, we're sodded. Right, we need to ban fascism. I think that was actually it. Yeah, that was it. Lovely. Beautiful. Well, glad we knuckled that one down. But yeah, I'm just basically gonna keep weighing in these stories because it's just traumatic at this point. So anyway, I want you guys to know that to get everywhere we had to cycle a bike. Now, I had only ever cycled a bike 3 times before in my life, right? Is alcoholism. Call it Germany. Sorry, that is wrong on so many levels. Imagine I'm right. But yeah. So, like, I've never rode a bike in my life, I should say. Like, I've had a bike maybe, like, 3 times at use before. And now I'm expected to use a bike everywhere, every single day. And, you said alcoholism. Needed her most, she returned. Honestly, look, I've heard that the Hearts of Iron 4 game meta is so poor right now. Everyone's too competitive. Here I am talking about France. But anyway, so I've never rode a bike, okay? And, I have my chain. Look, I don't think that is a worthy thing to even talk about. We're gonna actually hold this as long as we can, because this is actually best to just hold. But yeah, no, it was a incredibly long age. Like, it was like 3-4 times. Like, at maximum, I think the longest I've ever rode before was like 12 kilometers. Anyway, I have now ridden on a bike. I could competently not crash into things. As an underpin to this story, before you all lose your shit. Okay? Before you all lose it. Anyway, so, this is like the second to last day. And, you know, so I'm somewhat competent on a bike. But I wouldn't know what is wrong with the bike if it goes wrong. See, the chain gets stuck on the frame, right? Which apparently is a very common issue. I don't believe the person who told me that. But apparently it is. And, you see, as a result, I'm sitting there like, okay, how do I do this? Because they didn't want to get their hands mucky. And they were like, okay, just put your hand on, you know, put your hand behind, like, the gear, you know, to where the coil, what do you call it? Chain, where the chain is. So I held the saddle with one hand, and with the other hand, using my shoulder and full arm strength, absolutely whack that thing to the sky high. Now, I'm gonna quiz you guys. In fact, I can do a poll here. I can do a poll for comedic effect. So, wait. Was the chain... So, this is actually taking a while. So, comrades, what I want you guys to vote for is, what do you think it was? Was the chain that I pulled really quickly either really sharp, or was it rounded? You know, like a regular chain should be. And yes, I'm using polls to continue the story. This is the new Boomy interactivity. If no one votes, I'm just gonna cry about it, basically. I'm just gonna cry in real time. I'll just go, ah. There has been exactly 1 vote. We have 1 person who cares. Everyone else, I'm gonna shoot you tomorrow. Just saying. Vote now or die. that is a line I'm taking for. Okay. So, like, the chain itself between every single link, right? Would it be sharp, or do you think it would be rounded? Like what you would get when it's, like, first out. You know, when you first get a bike, all the chain is rounded. Or do you think it was sharp? Because why else would I bring this up? Right, so we're exactly 50-50. You know, I'm just gonna... What if I stop the vote before anyone has any more competency? We're gonna do that. Right, so... to the 1 person who said sharp, congratulations. I had a very oily and very cut hand. You are confusion, good to know. It was to move on with the story. It is a thing. My hand playing Hoi 4 right now can tell you. That is why I'm not moving around a lot. To be completely honest. Completely brutally honest. That is the whole reason. So what happens is, my hand meets a sharp chain. Dad joke in the chat. You know what? No, I'm not gonna pin that. I need to be less. It's not blunt. It's very sharp. Like, this thing has been sharpened over time by use, because that's how metal on metal works usually. Is it sharpens, not blunts. So, what happens is other than the very quick tears, what ends up happening for me. Oh, damn, fair enough. We're talking about a bike. You see, I now have an oily and very, very deeply cut hand. Like, it's actively bleeding. And you might think, what may I do that would be sensible? Would I, go maybe very quickly ride my bike back home, or like throw water over it, trying to dress the wound with literally anything I have? Obviously, me and my high intelligence. Obviously, me with my extremely, extremely high intelligence. I decide the best protocol. why did I read all of that? But you see what happened? Okay, I was about to say. So what happens, right? Is I run into the town. I run into this place called BB Co, right? And I come across a French woman. Obviously, they're French. They don't speak English. I don't speak French. A hilarious situation ensues, and I will try to recreate it for you all today. I'll be playing both sides of this conversation. And I will repeat myself word for word, because even though I was in an extremely adrenaline pain state, I can remember vaguely what this was. I basically turned around and just said, "Where est la pharmacie?" You know, because I'm trying to find the pharmacy, right? And my sister told me earlier there's not way. Way does not exist in the French language. And this very much explains why the French lady looked very confused at me when I asked her, gibberish verb here is the pharmacy. Anyway, you know, she's just looking like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? Right? And I just go like, like in a tiny bit of, no, sorry, that was the next conversation. Sorry. I'm getting confused. I have recited this story like maybe 2 or 3 times in hilarious situations with my family. And I have been quizzed multiple times about it because of my stupidity. But, you see, I just kind of repeat La Pharmacie. And she must have at some point saw my oily hand. I need to just for reference, my hand is actively bleeding. Okay, we're gonna be cycling back to this several times in the story. So it's actively bleeding into the oil on my hand, which, you know, most people would say is unhealthy. I would agree. So, what happens? What happens, you may ask? Wait, can I bypass this? Oh, I've done everything so badly. I'm actually bad at Hoi 4. Okay, we just want construction effort 3. But, what ends up happening is she turns around in visible confusion and concern that she could obviously see my left hand was bleeding. Not right hand, guys. I am right-handed. Okay? Red chat? Yes. I am reading chat. I'm just like here. So, you know, in the I can't speak French, they can't speak English committee, we're both a little bit crying. Okay, and interwar artillery, we really are looking for defense stats. To be honest, I think soft attack here is actually more valuable. Could outlaw monarchy, or we just do that, and then we outlaw monarchy in a second. Then we can use a 50 to get rid of a 10, and then we win. Anyway, what the hilarious situation that will start ensuing is she gives me a location name of this pharmacy. Now, I can't tell you what this location was called. And on this pharmacy wasn't anything that said it was a pharmacy. Just to point this out. Okay? So, I went merci because I couldn't get any more information out of this lady, no matter how much I tried. Right? Because, to reiterate, my hand is bleeding. I can't speak French anyway. And her English is also abysmal. So, you know, I'm like, merci, au revoir. And I sprint literally through traffic. Bike lanes, car lanes, walking lanes. It did not matter. Right? And I end up finding this place. Now, as a context, I ran about 4 times the amount of distance that it would have been anyway, because I completely missed it 2 or 3 times. Embarrassingly enough. Again, you can't get directions of anyone. I can't speak French. Anyway, I finally get into this pharmacy, right? And the pharmacy, the lady is like, the poor lady trying to just restock shelves next to me. Oh, so anyway, again with my amazing French, I go and I double down because like I thought way was a thing, because I heard it on on Duolingo the other day. So I turn around to this lady and go, way la bandages? And she just looked at me blankly. Because again, blank word, random French. What the hell am I trying to say? Nobody knows. And I look visibly frustrated, right? And I just like actually just slap my hands up and down. Like I just go, you know, like everyone knows that, I hope, of a movement, because I can't physically do it. You're just gonna have to take my word on it. Anyway, I turn around and, you know, that situation, it's less than what I want, right? Oh wait, I meant to ban the monarchists. Thank you, monarchists. And then if I do the flip, then it's fine. So we hold after our next thing. But sorry, I love it that I'm like fighting between talking about France and Heufel. So what ends up happening is we go from a point of she's just looking at me confused. Refer to my visibly bleeding hand. It's getting worse, by the way. You know, like it's actually bleeding at this point. Like to a point that like I really should get medical attention like within 10 minutes, kind of thing, or I might be on the floor. And what occurs is she sees said bleeding hand, and she repeated to me la bandage or something like that, and I realize swearing doesn't go too well with YouTube, so I'm going to say fiddling my no, that's worse. I Frankfurt you not. It was literally down into the like literally down in front of me, maybe a little bit to the right by like 13 degrees of which way I was pointing. Like, I just realized I didn't have it on play. That was embarrassing. But I'm sitting there absolutely shouting bricks because I like really need this stuff. And what I've left from the story is like when she gave me these bandages, lovely lady by the way, my friend asked me for some after sun because it didn't look that bad back all the way at the bike. So I screw you not. I with a bleeding hand, don't run into the front of line, go, can I have, you know, this now, right? Be very decisive. I look back at the woman, visibly bleeding hand, she's very concerned. And I just say, after sun. I have never before screwed up in French this hard. But again, refer to my bleeding hand. I have an excuse here. By the way, we're majority communists in early 37, so that's kind of cool. You know, hopefully we get the natural flip thing, because honestly, I cannot be asked. And yeah, that's why that's happening, and then we're just going to run down that to there and get those three, and then basically. But, I'm shouting bricks. I'm like, how do I even get this message across? Because I have a limited time of life here. So again, refer to my visibly bleeding hand. I tilt my arm over, take up my sleeve. By the way, I'm wearing a jumper in 27 degrees Celsius. Right? If you're American, transfer it, get wrecked. And I pull up my sleeve, point at my sunburnt arm on my visibly bleeding hand. And the concern on this woman, she's like, where is this person's priorities? Obviously, my priorities are with the aftersun. And I shit you not, it's like less than 4 steps behind me. Both of these items were in my viewing range. So anyway, when I get the items, I'm sitting there like, yeah, no, this is wonderful. This is amazing. This is exactly what I asked for. Thank you so much. Yeah, but what really came out my mouth was, mercy, mercy, mercy. Right? In desperation. And what you may think may occur is, I will be sensible. It wouldn't matter about French courtesy at this point. I've got everything I need. I just need to pay for an item. So, I sit at the back of a line and wait for my turn to buy the bandages for my clearly visibly bleeding hand. So, that is a thing that occurs. I feel so stupid. So dumb. I waited 2-3 minutes for an old lady with, I think it was 20.50 and €1, like 20.50 like cent and €1 coins to pay for her stuff, which came up to like €50 or something. And the lady the lady who served me looked so aghast that probably I'm standing. And then, you know, like a sensible bugger, I adjust the wounds without dealing with the oil issue. Get on my bike, cycle the entire way back, which is a good 30 minutes, and then deal with all of that. Just in case anyone needed the entire story. There you go. Not just as stupid, but I just realized we've been making this, and I didn't realize Luxembourg started with one of these bad boys. I guess they do. Luxembourg is overpowered. I don't like that anymore. Right. And 100 political power will do that anyway. Like, we'll flip, we'll get that, and then we'll start running down this. Honestly, it's somewhat worth to get the extra research slot above anyway, but it's kind of like, what do you prefer? Like, 500 more manpower, or... Like, it's really not much both ways, but it is something. It is something. And, you know, you've got to think of these small somethings. Imagine I just capitulate. Imagine I capitulate. That would be so depressing. How am I... right, we're losing manpower because we're, like, de-recruiting. So, whilst we have force, because I don't actually want to lose that, because there's, like, actually no way to lose this if I do it like this. Which is fine. Because, they're already in the army. By the way, if you ever want to store manpower and you have no manpower, this is how you do it. Like, we're demobbing right now. And yet, I still have enough manpower. And then we're gonna just upgrade these guys over time. It's like 4 divisions. We'll just make it standard defense divisions, I think. They're not gonna bring anything good to the table. And then we'll just, like, slowly pub crawl up with, like, cheap-ass divisions. I tried to cut this border and push. I think. Hopefully get the achievement and beat Germany on a 1v1. That would be fun. I have heard that there's a method to take out Belgium quicker. Reform and revolution is always good. Yeah, we're 70%. We're so fine. We are so chill. I am tempted to do anti-communist raids for the quick stability. Then again, we can do anti-democratic and just get compound that. Okay. I don't know if all of you can see my Steam things. Do let me know if you can. That would be very nice for you all to admit. Referendum is better than bloody revolt. Lovely. Now we've got Charles Marx, who gives us some more political power, which really is unnecessary. Also, has anyone considered, like, every communist country, you could technically go to the year 3000. I feel like there should be, like, a hard cap to things like that. To, like, how long you can justifiably go before, like, you start. Also, actually, there's a crazy strategy that I do have. We could block the Germans almost entirely, creating possibly, unironically, the best Luxembourg game. By far. Like, actually by miles. Oh, wait. We want to get the the Karl Marx. So what the current plan is if we were to say do that, that's 31%, 33, etc, 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 right? And what we could do, I'm gonna start justifying on England. No matter how stupid that sentence actually is, it doesn't matter. As long as it works. I realize infrastructure is just about to happen. There's literally nothing we can build. You know what? Nuclear research, let's do it. I think we get, like, this done by, like, the end of the game. 1939, we could do it. We could do it if we're fast enough. But yeah, admittedly, there is an achievement for you just to get nuclear research done. I think you can just... I think you can just do it as France. Just straight up, by the way. I managed to get a boat on land. Nice. Hot idea. Use market to buy infantry equipment and use your factories. Wait a second. Wait a sec. You amazing person. I forgot. I can just sell these off for, like, building stuff. And so we can get this quicker. Because we don't need the first guns. Like, we will never need the first guns again. The first guns are just dead to me anyway. Right. Okay. Okay, so we really want Spieler as our... Speller, sorry. As our main guy. And then... Oof, we could actually have him... No. Actually, we want him as general. Because of his... Okay, and then there we are. Now, politically connected we don't want. We'll take this guy. Okay. Then we want defensive doctrine, basically. Okay. Ah, yes, even. This is what fairness looks like in the Luxembourgish commune. Right. It is sad we don't get the research slot, but then again, it's better we have protection early anyway. Like, we have near maximum protection. Which, like, isn't actually a lot, by the way. It's only level 5 forts. This is exactly half of the level of forts we had last time. Like, exactly half. That should be 2,000. If I'm not wrong. Because that's 4 times... No, that's... It's going to be a lot of manpower gone. But it's fine. World rise of radicalism. What? Wait, what? Yeah, no, I was going to say, it's a good idea because... Yeah, no. Think about it. We get so much in return for this. For we don't need the early guns. These early guns, we really don't need. Like, I'm down to get rid of them. Like, I'm happy to. Like, I should say. Like, I'm very happy to get rid of these early guns, because they're cheap to make. And in fact, we're going to ride the whole time to 39 with these early guns, trying to sell them. We're going to ride on as long as we can, because anyone on a recruitment drive just needs guns. They don't need good guns, just guns. Also, I love it how they've, like, really, really made Luxembourg strong. Like, if you were to see this, 34 iron. That is insane. Like, this is actually, like, a wild amount of resource. When you remember, Luxembourg had nothing before. Like, I think they've made Luxembourg actually just a ass ton easier because of, you know, the achievement. All I'm saying, though, is no one's been strong enough to play Menkyukuo after me. I think somebody needs to. I think somebody needs to try to outdo my Menkyukuo. It was the best Menkyukuo. I mean, I did everything Menkyukuo needed to do. I honestly just think do this. It just gives us extra stability and therefore production later. And you might be like, oh, why didn't we come off this early? It's because we can only go here. I'm gonna be honest. Like, these are good, just meh for now. Also, when the coal update happens, I'm gonna be depressed. I've heard about this update. It sounds like it's gonna balance a lot, but it also makes things like Luxembourg a lot harder because you just don't have coal. You're gonna have to buy these things, and like if you're surrounded, you just can't buy these things. What the hell? Bruh. Let's go Kurdistan. That is that is not something I'm meant to be saying, but I mean I want to know how Kurdistan's doing. I mean, can I ask for military access? I love it how we inherently get docking rights. Can I negotiate licenses with you? Because you would just have Turkic licenses. Okay, if you think about it, they just have Turkish licenses, which is nothing. They literally have not. There's nothing to their name. Oh no, Kurdistan, no. I mean, I would say Kurdistan should have held like here, almost indefinitely. It's sad. It's sad that the Turkish are gonna absolutely flog them. I mean, because they're a communist nation as well, they could have had a lot of a massive hold there. Construction, we don't need to do that if we're going to be relying on that. Realistically, actually, we want to be looking at this. Like, on the production line, thinking, we have to think down militaristics, which is a horrific thing to say. And then we're going to just sell all of this as high as we can. It's Luxembourgish weapons. People want to buy them. I mean, admittedly, we could just buy RT of these guys for the same amount. Honestly, 215 RT at this point is actually quite good. But then again, we just need the building subsidies. Like, that's gonna really help us because we're building this bad boy. Imagine we can actually build this before the war starts. That's gonna be insane. We got no political power out of that. That's actually kind of depressing. Okay, support weapons. Blah, blah, blah. Here we are. Okay, that's not very good. That's not very good. Okay. Honestly, improved machine tools. This is the weirdest line that I've ever taken. Okay, and we just want to get to producing more quicker. That's the thing. We don't care about the price it is, because we're going to get bonuses on that later anyway. I think there's like an industry here. Nope, but you know what? Resource gain efficiency will do it. Plus 10 steel. I feel like this was made for here, specifically. When you get to like guns 3, you like badly need these guys. I love the plus 10 steel for no reason. Don't worry about it. It's not like you need it. I guess Charles Marx is probably the only one who has a flying hell to actually like not die. Okay, so that's 3. We are still in cripplingly low stats. Okay. I mean, we are getting close to a regular combat width, which is fine. And yeah, we're hoping to sell at least like a few of our guns. I mean, we're helping the Soviet recruitment drive, which will help our just general making of things. Because when that's done, we'll just throw into this. Plus 5,000 for every pre-existing. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have many of those. But yeah, and then we're just going to basically get through here as soon as possible. And life will be good. I think this is going to be a very, very good thing for us. Kurdistan got annexed. That's really depressing. Scratch that. We're all going to die. It's all sad. Kurdistan is dead, and I don't know what to do with that. Oh my god, did they have that? It's called now? AO? I love it that the Socialist Republic is the one that... Also, if anyone plays long enough in this game, I think you may know that Japan can do things like call out government here. Meaning you could just have Japanese China take over all of China, and it doesn't count as a China. So when China tries to get war goals on China, they have to manually do your China. But because your China isn't a China, it won't actually go for that China. Same goes for any civil war version of a China. Just insane. That sentence I hated saying, but it's an important one to say. Huh. That's my dead name. Huh. Interesting. I don't even think we need that. Military theorist, I mean, that's just worthwhile. Then again, we could just get out of this. Civilians. I mean, that is a good enough change to be fair. That is strong enough that I'm almost happy to just accept on the spot. Okay, 60%, so we'll be about 70% stability, which is really good. Like, that's really, really good. By the way, if you're all if you guys are ever wondering, I am actually just drinking pure milk this stream. Because I have also gotten off caffeine. I know, terrible. Worst thing I think I've ever done. Okay, and you know what? We're just gonna go for the full recruitment drive. There's no point not to. We want that defense to be even higher. But yeah, we want like a 9 thing. Because, yeah, admittedly, even if our strength is a lot lower, it won't have the good systems to say no to us. So it'll be fine. Admittedly, we'll also be fighting with trash guns at some point anyway. But we will also have all of this surplus to sit on. That surplus, by the way, is going to actually be insanely useful. Okay. I think it's a toss-up between research and political correctness. Political correctness gets us to indoctrination, though. And indoctrination is always good. Right, chat? Right? I hope you're with me saying indoctrination is a good thing. At least I'm thinking indoctrination is a good thing. I'm a big fan of it. Massive fan. Biggest fan. Okay. I love how I'm actually just locking in for this for a while. It is strange locking in for Hoi 4 after so long. Like, has it? It's been over a month, hasn't it? Since I've done anything on Hoi 4. That's crazy to me in general. But yeah, for that case, I will be splitting this into 2 parts. Just because I think going the whole way to... Yeah, I think the whole way to 1942 or 44 might be a bit much for me in one hit. Because I just haven't played. Honestly, that's like 90% of the reason. Why did I do that? I'm not constructing them. Well, anyway. Yes. I would love you to purchase some cheap-ass, dirt-ass guns. Oh, and if we keep selling them, the Chinas will love to buy them. Of course they would. They would love to scrounge anything off me right now, because they benefit so much more off it than I can. You know what? I'm there for that. I'm there for the Chinese benefiting off me. Because it means if Japan loses, Germany's more likely to lose because there's no Eastern-Western trade. Because the AI for some reason does that. Why? I'll never know. I guess it's a sharing a resource to make sure that the Western and the Eastern game are actually like semi-equal. But like, if there's only one player and they're only in the West, well, what is the Eastern game? It's just somewhere you throw all of those infantry equipment. But yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that because yeah, that's I have straight up like 3,000 that I can just throw. Yeah. I can just throw this straight up on here. Which, like, isn't actually very helpful. Because, like, this isn't helpful to me. I just thought it was funny. Like, imagine Luxembourg gets nuclear research. Like, I'm to get this year. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Okay. Soon we'll have enough rifles to flog them off. Soon. But yeah, after we get the manpower, we're just going to be flogging down here and just forcing ourselves to get enough things. Like our very next thing is to take the industry for steel and just produce guns and RT. And that will be our life for a while, is just guns and RT. And then I think we'll stop, maybe like, I think we'll stop when the Germans start start attacking us properly. Because that is when I feel is a good area to start, going for it. But yeah, as my own personal life has been, I have gone through so much character development since I've talked to you guys last. Like, the levels of character development, I cannot even begin to say. I have, like, seen so much of the world, and I have gone through so much. And, like, you know what? You'd all be impressed with me. I have stood my ground on so many things that you'd all go, Jesus Christ, Boomy, are you, like, okay? And I'd be like, yeah, of course. Yeah, no, why wouldn't I be okay? And, like, you guys would be like, holy Boomy, you take a chill pill. And I've took a very long chill pill. Like, part of the reason why it was so long, because I wasn't in France this entire time, right? Because I came back from France 2 days ago, meaning I could have realistically streamed yesterday. Part of the reason was to make sure I was completely fine, because the worst thing in my mind is to stream when you are not fine. That I feel maybe like the worst thing to do. Hopefully people start trading with us for goods, because that would be marvelous. But yeah, after this 70 days, we're gonna be gunning down this, and then research last, because to be honest, we can always catch up. We can always catch up on research. We can't catch up on industry is the difference, because we're going to permanently always be behind. We're just there to waste German goods. We're basically that speed bump. It's no longer Belgium, it's us. Okay, and here, and then here. Okay, wondrous. Wondrous. We're fine, actually. If that is all we need. Then construction. 400 odd days. But yeah, when all of this goes through, we'll be able to produce fast enough that I don't know, but I think we'll be able just to keep doing stuff permanently. Okay. We obviously want infantry expert, and we definitely have the command power this time. Look at this. Bam. There we are. And we'll have a high level of entrenchment, which is very, very nice. We obviously don't have the manpower, which is one of the more concerning bits. And we're just gonna we're gonna train these divisions up on the field area here, and it will be chill. It will be chill. I think we've been very slow about how we've done a lot of things. But then again, we've also been very careful about how we've done others. So, I'm not upset with this outcome. I'm very... fair enough. I was going to say, like, this is like a slow cool up. Which I feel like I haven't done the basic tree as well as I should have. I feel like it's an overstatement to say this is my absolute best I've ever done. Because I cannot believe in my heart of hearts that it absolutely is the utter best. Because I'm thinking we could have already been in, like, Belgium, maybe. I do have, like, no friends. It would be really easy. It would be really easy. There's also the political, like, you could just mess with Germany. But I just don't think that's any fun. I'm gonna have to be honest. I think messing with Germany, it, like, kills the fun of fighting it. Because I want Germany at their best. I want Germany at their absolute maximum. So that I can fight against the absolute worst ass thing the world's ever seen. But yeah, no, as my personal life goes, admittedly, I have weirdly been doing, like, I've been doing way too healthy given the situation. Like, given what's happened to myself, I am way too mentally healthy. Like, unironically, I have just read my textbooks, right? And I screw you not. Like, I sit there and I'm like, right, well, I just need to rationalize this. Clearly, I've not seen something. Instead of going ahead and blaming it on people, like most people probably would because they don't have an alternative. I just opened up my textbook and went, yeah, no, this could actually be the issue. Like, I perceive this is the issue, but it's actually this. Also, just to absolutely throw this one into the chat at some point, I have actually I got talking to a Hearts of Iron, like, YouTuber, and we split because to be honest, there just wasn't a lot of communication between us. Like, that is the main reason. Was just, like, lack of communication. Like, and admittedly, I do feel like I dodged a bullet on no other standpoint but their reaction. Their reaction was bad. And I was like, Jesus Christ, well, no, thank you for making me glad. You know, like, I've never felt glad about, you know, splitting, but yeah, no, in this case, I am glad. I'm, like, actually relieved. I don't know which is more worth it, armament effort or research slot. I think it's armament effort here. I'm, like, 50% sure. Okay, we want to war industrial... No, we can't do anything like that. Just gonna silent work also. I mean, he's gonna pay himself off in time. Like, there's actually no research I could do that would improve the situation. Oh my god. Oh my god, there is. This is beautiful. Right, we want to produce one of these bad boys, and this will be fine. I have no idea what COC means, by the way. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't know. I want to say Command and Conquer, but, like, that seems wrong. I am back. How's it going, Miss Duck? Miss Duck, have you... Wait, I'm going to check your activity. I want to see this activity. Channel activity. Oh my god, you haven't talked to Ever before. You know what? Nah. Can we get a Luna? Oh, you're on a different account. You're gonna have to be on your main account for mod privileges, but, like, you know what? It's nice to see you. It is nice to see you back. I mean, literally, you gave me cat photos the other day. Also, I don't know if you knew, but I talked to a, like, Hearts of Iron, like, YouTuber. Yep, that happened in my life. Honestly, best piece of advice: just don't do it. It's random. Like, the guy was very wholesome for, like, 90%, but, like, it was a communication error, and bro just would not take that as an answer. Bro could not take no as an answer. It was, like, insane. Well, get wrecked. I was gonna say, like, until... I'm gonna have to admit, I ain't modding, like, a random account. So, you're gonna get wrecked, basically. That's what's happening. That is what's up. The cup is leaking tea. Oui. But yeah. Okay, and then we're just gonna sell these extra guns off. Because honestly, it just makes sense to in this situation. Yeah. Sell these guns. love to get something in back. Honestly, I find it funny if the Germans actually did buy those guns. Like, even if the Germans did want to buy those guns, I'm not going to stop the Germans buying those guns. I want you guys to know, I do not mind buying guns. Like, I don't mind fighting my own guns. It's going to happen. Oh my god, bro is here. Bro, the real bro is here. Okay. I don't know what that edition is. Can we just add equipment to market? Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of equipment. Honestly, yeah, no, I'll. That is insane. Honestly, imagine trying to. Imagine trying to impersonate one of my mods. Would not be you. Never. I don't know what you're talking about. You know. Oh, I guess they changed it into 2 states because there was supply problems in Luxembourg. Oh yeah, just for clarification, Luxembourg inherently has supply problems a few updates ago. Because when you hit a certain amount of things, the supply is different. With my audio. Oh, really? Huh, strange. Can't tell you why. Cannot tell you why. But yeah, I'm actually prepared to fight this. I'm mentally prepared, not physically. There is a difference here, and it needs to be clarified quite quickly. Now we are going to get our nuclear theorist before we do anything sensible, because I'm gonna be honest, we got the whole way here. We're doing it. I mean, yeah, you can if you want. I ain't gonna stop you. If you want to ban your own ult, because as long as it's not a random person, I ain't against it. Like, it's your ult. It's not my ult. Go ahead, ban your ult. See if I get. Wait. See if I get. Ooh. Okay, extra research slot. I think that's worthwhile at this moment. Okay, and then we're going to add the side support here for support artillery. And then engineer company, we get the extra. Wait, how much entrenchment actually is this? For every single is 0.2. That is actually worth it. No, it's not. We wasted a lot of XP though. This is what we would call in the trade suboptimal. Now we're gonna have to start actually training these guys, because we just haven't been. This has been a crime that I have been committing consistently. Right. Okay, and then we're gonna create an agency. We're gonna call it the BCP. Funny that. Okay, because we literally are doing nothing here now. Okay. We just want 30 days to make this. And the whole reason is so that when the war begins, if they have any spies, they don't immediately kill our entrenchment and kill us. Because they could just do that. You paid. Look, I paid for the Hoi 4 DLC and therefore the whole Luxembourg. And god damn it, I'm gonna use the whole Luxembourg. I love it how I'm. You should totally do it as another Scandinavian. I think I've played every single Scandinavian country. Like even to the expanded, because I've played Norway like twice. I've played Sweden before. I played Denmark. Granted, I tried to go communist with the DLC, and I went communist without the DLC. And I have played Finland, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania all separately. So I am sorry. I like if you wonder what it is me playing another country. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if anyone ever wonders what it's like me playing another country, go onto my channel page, have it all load, and go Control F, type in the country name. Tell me if I haven't played it. Legitimately, if there is any country in the game I have not played and you want me to play it, I most likely will listen to you. Because I have ran out of nations. I think down to the point that I've played Ireland. I believe I actually have unironically played it. There's also like the United Mexican States I think I've played. I have not played the US, and I'm sorry. Assyria. Now Paradox Clips. Would you like to be shot? Would you like to be shot? You know what? You know what I'm gonna say? You know what? You know what? If someone can make any singular one of my videos viral, I don't care how, legal, illegal, I'll play Assyria. And by that, I mean literally if anything goes above, I'm going to say 5,000 views. That is what I'm going to call the line of congratulations, right? I'll play Assyria. I will play one game of Assyria. Will I like it? No. Will I want to shoot the person who did it? Yes. So if that person wants to be you, where you get permanent hatred from me, for legal reasons. Those goddamn legal reasons. Obviously, this is LARP. This is meme. Please do not commit crimes in the name of the BCP. We actually don't generally like it. We don't like crimes. Generally don't like crimes. Depends how seductive the crime is, to be totally honest with you. If a crime's very seductive, we may consider it. Oh my god. And we're gonna get the research slot so we can actually catch up, because that's about to be done. And that's very scary. That's very scary. I love it how we've gotten to the point of the game where, like, we actually might... Like, we might not die. We may not perish. I don't know how much manpower this actually is. How much manpower is this? 9,300. Okay. Mary Piquet. And this nice lady, she's just going to sit here permanently. She literally does nothing. That's it. That is her entire purpose in life. Is to sit there and look pretty. And I am going to double down on that sentence. We ain't going to get a C till 45. Shit. I do need to. You know what? We're going to take this to a vote. We're going to take this to a vote. This is stupid. This is the worst. This is what some people in the trade call... And for those who can't see the chat for, after the stream, by quite a mile, we're doing a poll. And this poll is, should I do naval research? Now, we all know to pass any act, it needs a majority of 5. God, this is stupid. I really hope it needs a majority of 5 to pass. A majority of 5. This means I don't know how many people are on the stream or not, but you need a majority of 5 somehow. So it's gonna be a tight one for you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Why is there 5 vote? You know, I try to do good things for you guys. You know what? You know what? Someone, first comment, well, first person in the chat, name a vessel. I'll do it. I'll do it. Name any vessel. Any single one. First one in chat to get it. Oh, God. I don't even know what... Carrier, thank you. God. What, if the carrier's there? Where even is carrier? Deck conversions, right? 1936. Oh, you son of a bastard. Right. Deck conversions. That, you know that research slot that we just got and planned? Bro wants it researched. We're gonna research it. It's deck conversions to carrier. I'm gonna cry about this for a while. I don't think you understand the level of whinging that I'm maxing to. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, we did it with first. Je quest chalista. That is just not what those sounds make. But we are gonna get the first nuclear research. This is stupid. I actually don't know which one's first. Atomic research. Oh. Oh no. Okay, after this, we're gonna have to put it onto atomic research. The best fleet in the entire game. When is this? Another 1982 finish? By the way, I just want you guys to know that Wales realistically finished in 1968, and I was there to the year 2000 to actually finish the game. I'm never like mentally recovering from Wales. I've accepted it's actually impossible to. Honestly, I'm just happy with this defense being semi-high. I was almost considering like to get some actual RT here, because it does actually make everything a little bit better. As in terms of soft attack, and therefore if we were to form an attack at any point, then again we can just make that later. We are so behind on tech for doing deck conversions. Deck conversions. This is stupid. This is stupid. Okay, so Czechoslovakia is gonna happen. Then Poland, then us. And we're doing deck conversions. Just in case anyone new was here. Just to get this together. We voted to do naval research with a majority of 5, with exactly 5 votes. Nobody contested it. I really wished I could turn on my phone right now and were to. Are you building like forts? Nah, I've been ignoring forts. Don't worry about it. There are no forts. Yeah, no, I built forts like ages ago. Tons of. The best forts, the most forts. At least. No, don't worry. I'll just be depressed. It's fine. Don't worry about me. Okay, so. Okay, 68, and then I'm thinking we just go political commissars because we need that recovery, right? We just do. We just do need that recovery. Yes. Yes. I don't know when I put those guns up for sale, but yes. Keep buying off me. As you can see, they're very happy about this, and I'm very happy about it too. Because you see, they're keeping off the Japanese a little bit, and I'm keeping them off. Okay, we are beating them back. We are beating them back. That was close. Static anti-air. Do you know what's beautiful about that? We can actually just ignore that entire line because the AI doesn't add air if you don't have air. It's wonderful. It's amazing. We are going to beat them away. We are going to get them from our shores. We will fight to the last man. The greatest men. The best men. And we are going to partial mob. Mainly because of fear. Mainly because of fear. 2nd of January. November, December. Yeah, you can see we're actually producing stuff semi-quickly now. Yeah, that's going to be fine. And then we're going to have that, and then we're going to have ideological fanaticism. That's going to be the thing that actually holds us in this game, by the way. Then we're going to go down our doctrines, which are going to be the other thing that holds us in this game. Basically, we're just hoping to last. We're not really hoping to win, just to last. Because I have heard this is apparently a little bit more difficult than last time. Which isn't filling me with great hope, especially because we're doing deck convert. The most important period of Luxembourgish history, we've decided debt conversions for the Rhine, I guess. Is that the Rhine or the Seine? Right. It is definitely not the Seine because the Seine goes through here. By the way, chat, I've seen this bridge in real life now. I have seen this one. This specific bridge. Also, the Eiffel Tower isn't that big. No, don't be sorry. This is something you've all committed. The apologies are not accepted anymore. I'm disappointed in you lot. That is it. That is all I'm saying. I do love how we can just generate 900 manpower per week, every single week. Just doesn't know how to play their own game. They're Luxembourg. Yeah, no. Apparently, yeah, no. I'm just ass at Paradox. You clearly need carriers on a river. Clearly. Okay, unpopular opinion, but I think it would be cool if you were allowed naval superiority on rivers. That's all I'm saying. Honestly, what if I declare war on Germany? Bum 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 ba da da dum ba da 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 dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba da ba da ba da ba. Chat. Some people may call me insane. Others may call me a tactical genius. What I really am, I'm a blazing idiot. Okay. Chat, we're creating world tension ourselves. We are getting prepared for war. By the way, we have the exact amount of time to actually prepare, so it's fine. On the Charles. Oh, no. We're not putting it on Charles himself. I mean, that's a bit rude. We need that, like, before the war. Please. State of the art. By the way, state of the art tech is the only way we live. Oh my god. Chat, we're finally using EU4 politics. It's finally gonna happen. I've been waiting for this day. Chat, I don't think you understand how happy I am. We're finally using EU4 politics in Hoi 4. We are doing the improve relations button with use. Mainly because it gives us another research slot. Also spikes world tension, which is hilarious. Okay, and we can stop improving relations immediately. It's not going to help. It is going to help. The worst case scenario is we can pull them into the war early, cancelling all of our industry and killing them. Honestly, this is going to be fine. This is going to be chill. Because we have enough that we can defend well enough. Ideological fanaticism, that's the main one we need through right now. And then we can do technology sharing when we are at war, and then we get it. And then we can leave. We can leave the Comintern. By the way, that's our entire plan of being in the Comintern. It's to leave. Like, we don't intend to be in here in 1940. We intend to be solo 90% of the time. It is just so we get this. That is it. I would join the Allies as quick. Right? Chat, I've never done this with less than 7. Less than 7 things. I don't know how I feel about this, actually. It's mildly alarming. In my mind. Okay. And then we're gonna... To be fair, we're gonna have the most resources we've ever had before. Like, let's consider it that way. Ignore neighbors. They stand alone. Luxembourg, forever strong. The greatest state, the best state. But yeah, we're gonna do basically army effort up until, like, we're actually in war. Like, we should have done this prior because I think we're still gonna get declared war on. Which is a bit disappointing. And honestly, I think the Germans have slowed to a stop. And there must be a reason why. There must be. I love it how they're patrolling there to try to help me. They're Navy, guys. They're Navy. We didn't need to think about Navy ourselves. One country against the might of the British. The British? Those people are not there. They're over here. Bruh. Imagine saying the wrong nation. Cringe. Cringe. And yes, I can do that like a French person. Shoot me. Do. Please. It's a horrible fate. Okay. And I'm thinking we just do passive defense, to be honest. Like, we don't even need the second operative. I just want to make 110% sure that we can just have our stuff sitting. Like, I'm very secure in my knowledge here that we'll be fine. But you should do a Scotland world conquest. Why Scotland? Like, Scotland is the same as Wales. It literally would be the same game. I mean, I think I might actually go full conquest version. Where, like, I actually try to conquer places without puppeting and see how much quicker I can get. Because, I mean, as long by 1939 I can still do my stuff, there's no technical issue to me doing it. Okay, and then we can finally get rid of this guy for war industrialist. Nice. And then that's a nice little bonus there when, you know, this happens. I love it how we get passive defense before anything. By the way, I'm not even that sworn in for, you know, their operatives. I'm just sworn in for oh my god, thank god, thank god, thank god. Thank god we can actually do the desperate research. Like, we really badly need all of this research very quickly done. What? Ah, yeah, no, I don't know what that means, by the way. I've been trying to figure it out. I think it's just a list of everyone who's messaged on the stream. Of the top fans of the stream. Which is kind of cute. Yeah. I guess because you've messaged the most. No, the second most. That means someone's messaged more than you. Get wrecked. You haven't researched carriers. You researched deck. We'll get to carriers. Don't you worry. Well, don't you fret. Do not fret. It'll be fine. Bro forgets. I LARP. It's fine. Okay. Hi, Germans. We're your friendly neighbours, who would never consider anything bad. Philippe Nagelmackers. Here's the guy. Here's the guy. Philippe Nagelmackers is our man. That is a splendid name. To say Butterscotch. Why? Why? What is wrong with... What is wrong with a good sweet? Unless it's not a sweet. I'm highly mistaken, right? I mean... Yeah, no, it's actually worth... Okay. And then hopefully... Is it even worth a rush? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Imagine my plans still work. Imagine they do. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna get the new gun. Oh, no, we need the good... We need the new support. That's why. Did you ever research army gear? Yes. Maybe. Mayhaps. Death to fascists. Death to all of them. They finally did Fate of that. Fate of Czech has happened. I am like thinking, this might be a slow World War II. Well, I was asking if you researched. Yeah, no, well, you see, I definitely need that in my army, like very badly. We're gonna immediately split off maybe like 1,000 of this. at like a ridiculously high price anyway. If not, I just pull it back and it's just good. Like, I have such an overrun in in production here. It's fine. To such a point, I should probably consider support equipment because I don't need early trucks anymore. That's the thing. Once you've made like 60 trucks, you do not need more trucks. Unless you're making a truck game, then that's completely separate. And yes, that is how long it takes for me to autosave now. The game does actually like crash in front of me sometimes. Oops. Jesus was a bull. Jesus was not that English. Maybe he was. Hey, all I'm saying is there is absolutely no evidence to say he was not the most British person alive. Imagine like a situation where there's like Jesus is preaching to everyone, right? And it's just like, quite. Yes. So what we were saying was all men should be equal, and with it, like, there is technically no evidence to say, other than that accent didn't exist for another ages. There's also a really high chance that World War II just doesn't ignite, and it's just me versus Germany, which is like a hilarious situation. So you're telling me if I declare war on Turkey, huh? Therefore, he was a Pole. Jesus. Yo, I'm just gonna not say Jesus correctly from here on out. It's just Jesus. I mean, to be fair, we do have a competently large army. Okay, and we want rigid cohesion where basically it means I can micro however I wish. I guess inequality like that's fine. I guess inequality can be okay in this situation. It's only for a little while. Okay, how far through were we through this? Tell me now or forever hold your peace. I mean, we are 55%. That's not good enough, to be honest. We could do that. The whole reasoning is if we get enough support equipment, what we can start to think is that we could pay for... So France, please. So that we can make these quicker. So why we want support equipment at all isn't even in each unit. It is just standard divisions. This will be fine. Like, I would be highly surprised if not. Because it costs about 9,000 per division. So we'll be fine. We will be chill. But yes, no. Only actually 2 men per division was what we could afford. I just lied to you all a second ago. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't even think about it. But yeah, we lose all of our speed anyway. But yeah, we want to see how fast we can make that. I think we can get rid of trucks at this level and put it back onto guns. See how we're doing that? And then we're going to go to supply and we're going to increase supply here onto truckage so that we will never falter. Faltering is just not an option. And then when this is done, we're going to swap into construction engineering to give ourselves another 10%, because now we're missing an entire factory, which is actually 20%, which is crippling. Yeah, we can compound it in it later anyway. It's so that we can make more support equipment. We really are putting a lot into support equipment here. Got a lot of our current resource, and it's just for entrenchment reasons. I mean, realistically, we just want concentrated industry. Italy joined the Germans, nice. Well, actually, not nice for us, or anyone else involved in this war, right? Or soon to be involved. And prepared defense, nice. Now we should be fine with all of us. All of this compounded together, the Germans shouldn't have that much on us. Then again, I have not defended this Luxembourg before. I defended a Luxembourg that is the bottom Luxembourg before, but not the top Luxembourg. So that's going to be interesting. I want to know what like the differences are. I think that's going to be significantly easier though, because there's an achievement attributed to it. It would be insane if it wasn't easier. Granted, I don't think many players have ever actually done it. I do love the insane idea of this, though. Bottom Luxembourg? Yeah, no. I'm always best. Yeah, no. I didn't need that much. Honestly, yeah, no. Sorry about the TMI on Luxembourg. We need to also edit this out for anyone under the age of 92 listening to this. They might actually perish. What happens if I just... You know, chat, give me a second. I'm going to quickly pop to the toilet and come back. Wait, actually, making sure we should probably have construction... we're too far from construction engineering now. Well, I'm going to hit leave play on, and I'm going to quickly pop to the toilet and come back in like 2 seconds. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Don't question this. It's fine. Just enjoy the Luxembourg. What? Chat, I'm back. Chat, I hope you weren't being rowdy in the 2 seconds I was gone. Okay. Oh my god. Wait, Bro has a crown? Let's go. Bro is the #1 fan today. By the way, I don't know like how to change that. To make obviously more people more equal than others. So I guess you all are actually equal, which is monstrous. But yeah. Nah, all up aside, I think it's a fun thing. Boomy, your models, you have a demon, do I? Oh. Wait, we want to get this guy at least through. Really quick. I want to have 4 and 5 realistically. Right, chat. There's only one way to know. Only one way to know. This is stupid. This... Chat. For the glory of a Luxembourgish army, we move together as one. And we forever will never fall. For today, on the 8th hour, the 28th day of July, 1939, the Luxembourgish people will stand against fascism alone. For no one else was brave enough to think such an idea. And as a result, we will fight through the land. We will not fight in the sky. And sure as hell, we'll fight on the sea. For we, us Luxembourgians, we stand strong! Fuck, I misclicked! Ah! Chat, this is demonstrably stupid. 39 ain't bad. 39 ain't bad. Chat, we're fine. We're immediately losing air. We are immediately losing air. Right, actually, leave you there. Can we filter you in here? That is like... That is an arse ton on, to be fair. Oh! Chat, we're fine. Chat, we're fine. This is just a bit of bombing. Just a tad bit of bombing. Chat. We may take back our statement of alone. Chat. Do it. Join the war. Join the war. Chat. We're fine. Chat, we're actually fine. Like, we're not gonna die immediately. Like, I think if we micro, we might die. But, like, otherwise, we're actually fine. You can see we're chill. Like, the little bubbles are saying we're fine. And so we are. I mean, the bombing's harsh. The bombing is harsh. I will not, like, stoop away from that. That is some bad bombing. But, yeah, we got up to date to everything, so we're actually fine. we're chill. We're chill. We can also do this, which is fine. We might accidentally give the Germans the bomb, but apart from that... Oh, and we don't have entrenchment. Easy. Easy conflict, easy conflict, easy war, easy war. Yeah, they'll basically give up at some point, and we'll just accept that, basically. Thank you. Thank you for the 2 convoys. Really helps. So yeah, it's 3 to 30,000 right now, and it's only going to increase over time. I love Hearts of Iron 4. Sometimes it looks concerning, but other times you needed both people in the war anyway, so it's fine. As you can see, we are winning through CAS and through death. It's mainly because the CAS can't do anything. How do you not have entrenchment? There's nowhere to go. Can we... Yeah, no, absolutely. We are committing war crimes. This is what a war crime looks like. Chat, if you are unfamiliar... Poland joined Comintern! What kind of world is this? Wait, what? Chat. Russia might be screwed. Russia might be screwed, chat. Chat, no. Chat, this is bad. Chat, this is bad. Chat, we might die from strategic incompetence anyway. Yeah, I'd love some convoys. Thank you. Can someone screenshot this? 88% of World War II is me. Just holding off completely. The Luxembourgish army did it. Now use their OP forces. No. Germany isn't over. Germany's at their height right now. And Soviets are not. Soviets definitely are not. Because the Soviets haven't even got Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia. Oh, actually, that's bad for the Germans, not for the Soviets. Soviets might actually be able to use that to their strength. Imagine I capitulate by accident. Yeah, as you can see, we're fine. We just tank that. The absolute boss that we are. Yeah, Britain, you may move through our territory. You wanna move through my territory, by the way, France? You're free to. But yeah, there's actually less people at war with Germany right now than what we would want. But then again, Germany's not going to have much of an industry. Just our faction's going to be the first to die. We realistically want to take Bitburg for Moselland. Then again, the Germans. France isn't going to die this game, are they? Wait, France isn't going to die this game. Wait. Germany is Jova. Germany is Jova. Wait, we could actually pull this off. Okay, no, we're not. It's still too thick. It's still too thick for us to safely maneuver ourselves. No matter how much I'd like to say we can. What's our combat width like this? 21? I mean, we could do it. We definitely could. I mean, it's not even against our best interest. I mean, my feeling is like doing that is a hell of a lot better. Greatly reduces our defense, but then again, we don't need amazing defense. And, you know, they're just going to give us the shit so we can do it anyway. Yes, we would love all of this. Please don't realize, please don't realize, please don't realize, Germans. Okay, well, that means we can keep trading with people for the entirety of the war. And we're gonna suddenly move onto very heavy onto RT. Yeah, we're gonna ask the French very politely. Request lend-lease. Could I ask for Taud artillery? No. You. Hello, Britain. Britain, I would love some Taud artillery. If you would have some. 24. You know what? I'll take it. It's above 0. Request lend-lease. I would love some Taud artillery of yours. You just don't have any. Fair enough. We're basically, Luxembourg. What has happened is we've held off the Germans. The Polish are in the Comintern. The French have made gains in Karlsruhe. And I'm begging everyone for resources. Very effectively begging, as you can tell. The beg is real. No. Okay. You guys, I mean, the British Raj, surely. British Burma? I mean, you've been doing nothing all game. You see, this is where begging gets you. Nowhere. Nowhere. Because, soon as we can get everything we need, we can just push, admittedly. Like, we will be an effective force. In fact, we are an effective force right now. If we had more of us on the line here, that would be brilliant. Admittedly, if this holds in... This could hold. There's no reason why it can't hold. It's just they're counter-attacking. Just stupid. Cancel the lend-lease, that's fair enough. Okay. I do love this implication here that, like, Warsaw's being held fervently. Jesus is being held well. But yeah, the Soviets might get encircled here, so that could be a bit sad. Because, like, nation stuff. Sure, why not? Okay. I do love, like, as soon as this gets opened up, I think they die. I think the Germans just die. Because they're taking on both fronts without any break. Like, everyone's at war with Germans at once. 1 a day. That's not good enough. That really isn't good enough. You know what? We're going to have to turn this right down. Screw on it. Screw on it. We're just going to... We're just going to revert back to the old design. And just have to deal with it. Just have to deal with it, to be honest. Yeah, we've got everyone back. That's fine. It's a very defensive force, not offensive, is the issue. Oh, the whole reason why we didn't break through was because they had a wall here. Yeah. A counter wall to stop our wall, I guess. I don't know. I'm no gynecologist. Right. Okay. We're going to take one force. We're going to take them off here. We're going to ask, can we go into France? French will say yes, because the French love us. And I think it's this guy who doesn't have any orders. If not, we'll make it this guy. And we're just going to micro. We're going to micro Germany. We're going to micro them, bitch. And then, I guess if we do this, they'll join the Axis. They'll join the Axis. When they join the Axis, that's not our issue. When they join the Axis... Oh, no, actually it might kill France. And they're like a wonderful attack. I love it how France just has the ability to destroy all the Germans. That is not an impossible front to take, actually. Okay. Just click them to see what it was like. Mulheim is completely possible. Like, unironically possible. Bitburg is also possible, but less so in that case. The Germans also just can't... Yeah, the Germans are just outright losing. Like, actually just outright. Like, Poland has held, in effect. Like, they haven't held, but on the amount of deaths the Germans have taken versus the amount of deaths the Soviets have taken, they've lost, in effect. Like, badly as well. And we are still gaining manpower, so we can just chill. And remember, the Germans could lose us, just as is, which is funny. And yes, I'm just looking at the front line whilst I'm here, just to see if there's any big openings, because if there is, I'll just push it. Sadly, I think they built all of West Wall the whole way up to Bitburg, which is and half of it's gone. Attack, go for it, gun for it, instantly, no questions asked, straight in, straight in. Okay. The moment it was broken a tiny bit, I'm like, yes, straight in. See, the moment this can fall, that's beautiful for us. I just got couped by Timu hit. What? Sorry, what? What the hell is Timu Hitler? I need some clarification here before I start making assumptions. Okay, convoy, yes, I would like some of those. I would also like an improved computing machine. Okay. I love how we're just winning everything here. Like, admittedly, like, the Germans, they... How's this looking? 78. They're not doing well. They're not doing well. They are not doing well enough. And they're pushing into the area that doesn't have the industry. Oof. This is going to be really good. This is going to be really nice for us. Is this going to give us upgrades? It is. Max entrenchment plus 5%. Oh, we don't need that. We do not need that. We just proved we don't. I think the moment this flicks again, we might actually consider a full-fledged attack. I love how we actually acted this possibly in the best way possible. This might be the best version of World War II possible. It's November, and they haven't been able to even tackle France, which has all of the industry they need to survive an attack. We were meant to attack with that flick, but I didn't. We were bad. We were bad. Okay, so this mod has collapsing world war. Huh. Nice. Wait. Oh yeah, we can't realize European unity, although we're European. Remember, Luxembourg declared this war. No one else. I mean, I'm fully tempted. I mean, I do think this Germany is dead. The best part is, I don't even want to claim Germany as the end piece of this. Okay. We realistically want to attract these guys into trying to kill us instead of these guys, but I don't think we can. Strangely. You want to purchase those off me? Yeah, sure, man. Of course. Okay. What if we give a massive recruitment drive? Like, fake recruitment drive, right? Something like this, right? Then we ask, oh, yeah, we are in a massive deficit, by the way. Could we just... Of course we can. Of course we can. Of course we can. We're in a massive deficit. We need anything. Anything you can provide. So stockpile on it. Okay. We can solve this issue. Chat. Ever wondered how people get things off other nations? This is how. This is how. No, so close. Daring ask, but daring to ask those guys, but I mean, it could have worked. Okay, base reluctance doesn't allow us. Request land lease. I would love something off these guys. I mean, if they're fighting the same war, they're more likely to help us, and therefore, I would like to. Yeah, I would like to request a land lease off you. You do not have enough of that. That's very sad. America. You're yet to join the alliance. Okay, yeah, no, we can't perform any mojo. We can't perform any, like... What? It is Luxembourgish soil. We must defend it. We must defend it to the last man. To the very last man. It is ours. Oh my god. This is stupid. This is stupid. This is stupid. This is stupid. This is levels of stupid I'm not prepared for. But because it's our land, we are for it. We are in immediately. I don't know what caused this glitch, but we're staying here. Okay. We are effectively encircled here. Without the issues of being encircled. Like, we've got the issues on both nations. I'd rather not be in that war, actually. I don't want to merge the war. Yeah, that's the issue I was seeing. Soviets. Oh my god, the Soviets might have coughed up their entire game, though. Save your units. Because all of Poland capitulates, right? Therefore, now they're all surrounded. Maybe it just ends there. Ooh. I wouldn't want to be them. We don't want to overdo this war, because this is going to be a close war anyway. Okay. Okay. Imagine we get... If we get it, I'm like actually gonna hold it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Okay. Nah, we might actually get Bitbug. Unironic Bitbug take. Unironic Bitbug take. Unironic. Oh my Jesus Christ. How was this pulled out of my ass? How was this pulled? How was this? Straight out the rectum. Completely dirty. Completely messy. Luxembourg is going to be reunited properly and truly. Chat, this is insane. This is wild. I mean, we gotta keep pushing it now. There's no turnaround for this. It's either we get it or we die trying. Oh, I think we die trying. That is such a shame. That is such a shame. It's not, we're going straight back in. We're actually just gonna throw in. We're gonna wait for the one division to go. And we go immediately right back to popping them. Immediately back, no second thoughts. No regrets. Okay, now we do actually pop back. We see the issues. We see the issues. Okay. I love how the fort here is just completely fine to hold. Okay. I mean, aviation effort, just in case anyone can use it. It might confuse the Russians, but also on the other hand, I think the Russians are dead. Therefore, we've got a set amount of time. We've got to actually, like, fight the Germans hard. Because, like, with the Allies here. Or we may be boned. We may be boned. That's worse somehow. Okay. Okay, this is like having Hitler on a T-Rex and trying to fight it. Come on! Fight it! Fight it fervently! Fervently. Tap it, tap it, tap it. Ah! We might lose Luxembourg. To a stupid misclick. Yes, France. Yes. Yes, France. Yes. France left my country not dead. Does that mean we get the state? No. State might be Salzburg. Unironic Luxembourgish victory here. Unironic Luxembourgish victory. Jesus Christ. Luxembourg has tripled in size in one stream. But Russia is dead. Russia is so dead. Russia is boned. Like, actually so boned, it's insane. They actually might not be, to be honest. Like, looking at the issues, like, if they were to lose us 3 tiles, the capital goes in there, and I think they hold indefinitely, and actually cause an issue for the Germans in the end, which actually is kind of laughable. Because I think the KD now is no longer on our side. My KD is on my side, though. Way. Woo, woo, yeah, let's go. Okay. I love how the French are just so happy to fight for me. Okay, clearly that attack didn't work last time, France. So, my plan is we are going to get, I think, division recovery rate. So that, okay, what are the losses here? 3% for bad supply. That's actually not that bad. Especially because we can just do that. Take that down by 1 level. And that should be fine. Should be like 2.7%. I'm happy with that. Okay. The bleeding is slow. The bleeding is slow. Also versus like our gain. Yeah, 7% of the war. That makes more sense. 9% of the peace deal at the end. Like, makes a lot of sense. Just to point out, the Germans are running out of supplies. And as long as we can keep the Germans from getting more supply quicker, we're fine. Literally, that's our goal. Our entire goal isn't to win, objectively. It's just to keep the Germans from doing really well. As at this rate, they are currently... Yeah, they're at 60%, meaning they're doing better. When Russia dies, we die, though. Which isn't looking too promising. Which isn't looking too good. We're not looking too hot. Because Russia's dead. Russia ain't looking too hot. Because their AI is stupid. And they ran into Poland. Fervently and beautifully. But they died. They died a very pathetic fate. Meaning we need to fight harder somehow. Do we hold air? We do just definitely hold air. The Germans are just going to have a rough time on that alone, surely. We're just going to micro our people. Okay, what we're going to do is use as many as physically possible to block any movement this time. We're going to run and get Frankfurt. That's what the plan is this time. And as the reservists, we're breaking their morale. And therefore, we are getting through that tiny bit quicker. Although at massive cost of our own morale. And sanity, I should say. Okay, well, that's a cute thing. Right, all in there. One against there. Ah, okay. Okay, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. That's enough. That is more than enough. Okay, hi back. Name's Boomy. We are about to take Frankfurt. If we take Frankfurt, I think Germany might actually have a chance of death. We have oh, this is their supply hub. No, it's not. We've just taken their supply hub out. I don't care. As long as their supplies are gone, we're going to sit on this tile then. They're that desperate. We will fight against desperate. Oof. We are winning against desperate here. Oof. Okay. Come on. Come on, we can take them. One more province through and we can take the supply hub. Okay, this is just straight falling. What we're gonna do is pull that back, pull this to the right. That's gonna be fine. Okay, they're not gonna be able to reinforce fast enough. Yeah, they're not even reinforcing this side. Cool. And then here, please. The Luxembourgish army is actually like fucking so insane right now. We are fighting against every single odd. And for the supply hub, we get it. We actually get the supply hub. What the hell is going on here? Everyone in the world is confused. Every single solitary soul does not know what's going on. Send in as many men as possible. Chat, everyone of the Luxembourgish army is making it in. Every single soul, every single one. We might have gains here. We may have gains. Oh. Chat, we have a supply hub. The Luxembourgish have the German supply hub by themselves. We don't look at the Russian front. I think it's healthy if we don't. That's a ticking time bomb, to be honest with you. And that's going to be fueling this. Not this. Wherever it is. This. It's going to keep it at 60 at least. But we'll have France with us the entire way, so... I mean, I'm not against it. Okay. And we're going to be on our home soil now. All Luxembourgish are in Luxembourg once again. And we are pulling a KD and a half here. I love it how all the land will inherently go to us, and therefore all occupation points also go to us. Which is just like a hilarious situation. Like, who the hell decided that Luxembourg gets everything? And because there's no Belgium that we're fighting against right now, we're just going to pin them there for a second. Make sure they can't... Well, I guess it just takes another bit of fighting. Another little bit. Because once we get Cologne, that's an entire thing. Cologne and Essen is just one entire state that we could just take. It's fully in our capacity to. And because they're fighting so fervently for a different province, in a different section. Completely wrong sector. Oh. 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 Okay, we want to be up here so we can push Cologne. Because once we can push Cologne, we... What the hell is this? What the hell is this, Snake? They're going to see through this at some point, surely. Essen. Okay, we want to cross. But we also don't want to fucking die. That is our issue. Is we don't want to die. And, you see, it's quite a big issue sometimes. Because, death does seem quite likely. When death's like the likely thing, usually life is an issue. Let's take the non-used one and just push up the forts real quick. That's gonna be fine. I think we're fine on time here. Like, there's no real reason why we wouldn't be okay here. Okay. Okay, long as we keep them somewhat distracted here, so we want to flog one up here to go attack here. Please. Yep. Yeah, like now. Yeah, nice. And then once this defense goes through, we'll get the province, and life is good. Weirdly enough, our defense will be enough of an offense. Did they pull back? They did. Let's not waste a lot of manpower here. We have called not Essen, which is kind of sad. But we have also, like, really made our area efficient. Look, our manpower loss isn't much. It's 30,000 for nearly a whole state of Germany. In the height of their Reich. God, this micro game is insane. This micro game is actually on steroids. This micro game is unholy. It's mainly because our troops are just objectively better. Like, as well as, like, it's compounding with other things. But, like, the main thing is just we've got better units. Okay. Is it really worth me doing that right now? Not really. We're about to lose a lot of France. I don't trust that. Okay. Let's just be sensible. Let's move some fresh legs into this province here. Okay. Okay. And let's move some fresh legs onto this province, please. And we'll be fine. Be just barely good enough. Because they're putting a lot of attention on us because they need to kill us. Like, they actually need to. It's not a case that they want to. It's a they have to, or they actually might lose. Which is funny. We flipped the issue onto them completely. War propaganda and heroism, please. They just compound together beautifully. We're just gonna construction repair. I don't really see anything else we should or could do. So we're gonna get this done just for basically just wall support. I do enjoy just flogging stuff for just 3 points. Yeah, we're winning these. We're winning. Is it beautiful winning? No, but are we winning? Yes. I love it how our entire nation is just built off the destruction of Germany here. Like, we called it. We were like, yeah, no, we're gonna kill Germany. And Germany's like, nah, you're never gonna kill us. Bros just start killing Germany. The Germans are really struggling for this area. Like, they really want it back because, it's all their fortification against us. I love it how I click on the one province with 0 fortification. Are we in debt with guns? No, we are not. We are still swimming in goods. Okay. Now this is when it starts looking a bit dodgy here. I want to give reinforcement, but I just can't. So we could lose Cologne here. We could lose Cologne, but it's not a state of ours anyway, so it doesn't matter that greatly. It just gives them a flank on this province, and they call... Yeah, okay, we're getting some serious attention. We are actually getting attention here. Yeah, we're not even going to try... I think our best method is fall in and compound in. No. No, do you not see that? That was a good tank. Good tanks are not good for us. Okay. We'll allow them to basically flog themselves on us for a bit. Because now, once we do this, we're more compounded in, and they are less likely to kill us immediately. And let's let them waste their goods. You know? If we could have took Essen, that would have been a lot of stuff. Can she win? Maybe. Who knows? I mean, the Soviets are not looking healthy. Admittedly, if the Soviets can start pulling a victory, at least more of one, yes. Yes is the answer. Because sadly, we entered the war with the Soviets. So they've been in the war since 39. Yeah, let's... Hey, I don't control that. That's the AI. That's the AI. Let's not blame me for things their stupid AI does. Okay. And just here. Then we can just hold that almost indefinitely again. I love it how this just is, like, going to and fro. And, like, they're fighting really hard because it is nearly an encirclement. And if they get encircled there, I think the Soviets actually pull this around. Unironically. I mean, it's not good, but it's something. We don't want to get pushed back any farther. We want to hold this, like, desperately. Okay. No. No. You are gonna enter back in the fight in the north here. That's what I've decided. Actually, you are going to move back into the fight in the east, actually. You're gonna go in the east. You are gonna go in the north now. Okay. Okay. Now here. Shit. I pray to everything holy. Okay. Yeah, no, this is fine. This is fine. I mean, we've done worse. Maybe we have less attention. Mayhaps less attention. Yeah, Romania's joined. Russia's boned. It's like 1940 and they've already crossed the Bosporus. They might like barely hold on, which is what I'm hoping for. Okay, the Germans have just rolled out their tanks as the issue, but they've lost a lot of men prior, so we're also fine. I love how we just brought fresh legs into the battle and it's fine. Okay, fresh legs into the battle here. We just have to. It's that or they die. And I'd prefer them not to die. Okay. Okay. And we take up here and that should be fine. This should be more than fine to hold here. Okay. Yeah, fresh legs movement. Fresh legs movement. Okay. There we are. That should be fine. Fresh legs. Yeah, you know. They've not been war scarred all that much recently. And there we are. There we are. We should be fine. We have incurred so many deaths. Yeah, that is a quarter of our deaths in the past like few minutes, which is actually diabolically sad, but we're fine. We are fine. Okay, armored operations, construction repair, but we're not getting bombed. It's kind of nothing we need to do. I guess we can just keep doing propagandas. We don't even need to. Oh, actually, yes, we do. That is beautiful if we can make. Assume it's all going well there. Okay. What I'm actually going to do is we are going to go for an offense here. The reasoning is it scares the Germans into possibly evacuating the area, and it makes it a hell of a lot easier to hold. Okay. No, you're fine. You can keep entering. We would love it if you kept coming in and wasting your manpower here. Okay, I'm thinking we close the lid internally here. I don't care. I don't care about the northern province. I could not care less. As long as they don't cut off this fall, we're fine. This pocket might actually be our only way. Like, our only thing we could possibly do. The last thing before we just accept our fate. Because if we could do that, then the Allies have a massive front. Like, and I mean massive. And we have shit tons of supplies. So we gotta let the Germans run in as much as possible. That is a very occupied province. It's like they know I'm waiting. Because we're on a ticking time bomb. Literal bomb. I mean, there is not going to be a Stalingrad here. It's going to barely be in anything. I mean, to be fair, you know, at least they have supply here. I guess that is the positive bit. Supply isn't completely defunct here. I'm just currently trying to consider how to break them here. Because if we can, like if we were in the same faction as the French, they would directly help us in trying to balls them over. Okay, and just do this here. Nice try. That was really something. Right. I don't know where to go with us. There's so many areas and it's all terrible. None of it is a good idea. Right, we're gonna get support weapons 3. I love how the war is an offensive war from me. So am I the main war participant? Soviet-Italian war now. Oof. Oof. I love how no one wants to move on that front. Okay. I mean, the Germans can just keep doing this. It's until we get a decisive thing here. Like, literally, it's just that. I don't see anywhere else. Like, this one province, I think this is how to do it. Yeah, literally there is the only place that is meaningful to attack. That I think we could get a good run with. So otherwise, we're just beating men across the wall. And to be fair, even though we are killing a lot, that is a 3 KD. It's not enough. The meaningful attacker. Well, no. It's just for a case of, like, there's nothing else we can really do until... Basically, the Germans have to run out of manpower. They just do. They do just have to run out. And they're not doing that for a while. Like, what are they on? They are on extensive, to be fair. Soon as all adults serve. And maybe these guys aren't boned. Maybe not boned. What are you actually doing? Because, like, if they get Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, that will distract them a bit. Head the snake. Ugh. Ugh. This is early. Ugh. That is early. Oh, now that might serve more of a distraction. That's good. Thank God. It's, like, more of, like, a tag alert. That's fine. It's not. No part of this is fine. We're, like, boned. Yes, France. The one thing to point out is the fact that France is alive here. France is okay. If France is okay, we have more than a hell's chance. Like, this is fine. As long as France stays alive and the Soviets don't immediately collapse. Is the two, like, massive things. Because the Americans might come in quicker. Because it is a lot more damning this time. Like, politically, they might, because we've gone ahist quite quick. I mean, if they all leave. If they are just leaving the front, I will take it. I think they are just leaving the front. They're just... Okay, they just left the front. Okay. You know what? New plan. New plan. We're going to divide this up. New plan. It is a great plan. It is the best plan the world has ever conceived. We're getting Colne very quickly. The snake of Korean. Oof. I don't think this is even very... Ayo. Wait. That's a whole extra ass front. Wait. Oh, yes, actually, wait. The English are going to join that front. That's going to be fine. We might actually have a victorious front, though. Because the Germans are strained as it is. That might have been the break we needed. That might be the thing we needed. Okay. I was going to say, it's been too long Luxembourg alone. Luxembourg on its solitary self. Yeah, they just don't have enough manpower. They just don't. Chat. This is good. This is exactly what we needed. This is like the only thing that might have mattered. Stay vigilant and prepare. Yes. Chat. We did it. We did the thing. Oh, thank you, Netherlands. We will take your sacrifice and throw it up your asshole later. But we'll take it for now. Okay. Off that. Chat, they don't have enough manpower. They just don't. There can't be enough men. There can't. There just can't be. That could have never happened if they had enough manpower. Chat, the Germans are dead. The Germans are gonna die. They're boned. They're gone. they're actually they are coping. They are seething. They just can't believe what they're seeing. Chat, this is insane. The Luxembourgish army has repudiated the fucking Treaty of Berlin. Not the Treaty of London. Nah. Screw that. Justified treaty. But the Treaty of Berlin. Now you ain't breaking out now. That's not happening. That is not occurring. Frankfurt is a true Luxembourgish province. My god. This is... Mwah! Chef's kiss! Okay. Mobile battalions. Cavalry. Now. Stats. In. Occupied territories. We want cavalry. Tons. Tons and tons of cavalry. Chat, this is low-key insane. I don't know when this became a possibility or when we started doing this properly, but we did it. We've broke the Germans so far. We have Frankfurt. Like, this might actually be the best Luxembourg game I think I've ever done. It's just due to the politics. We just mastered it. We just lopped so hard that they had to give up. Okay. I don't care. I don't care. They can't break out. They can't. It's fine. Oh my god. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. And the French are breaking through the south. Chat. Who dies first, the Soviets or the Germans? I don't know which. Yo, Boomy. So I was preparing for a war. And they just crumbled. Yeah, nah. They usually throw the white flag, but in this game, they are valiant as hell. We are going to compliment the French from here on out. The French are our best friends. They have never surrendered anything. They're the best people. The most wondrous people. Chat, I'm not even looking at the massive encirclement we just pulled out of our rectum. I'm not even looking at that. We're not even going to give it the time of day that it deserves. Why? We're moving on to the next big thing. Chat, what is this? We actually just encircled an ass ton of the German force in one hit. Okay. Okay. I don't know why the French don't push inwards. It does worry me that. Because we don't really have the time to, like, do anything about it. I do love how they're going to have to declare war on Belgium as well. And we're just holding the area. The entire area is just held. Like, the Germans shouldn't be able to actually destroy it. Like, they're struggling on the Netherlands. And they've lost the keel. Oh, wait, they've lost the keel. Wait. This could be real. This could actually be a thing that happens today. Chat, the Germans might actually die to the hands of Luxembourg. The Luxembourgish offensive war that we all called stupid, inclusive of me, might be the thing that holds us in. I think it was the early war that did it. This is stupid. Yes, of course you can move through my territories, Pookie. Of course. It's open. It calls to me. It calls to me. It calls to me. Chat, it calls to me. The Asen hold is real. Chat, this is no longer fake. This isn't fake news. Chat, this isn't fake news anymore. This is real news. I mean, if we were with the Allies, we'd be confirmed a victory here. But we have a schedule that we have to hit. And the Germans can't resist much longer. The power of the Allies are increasing per day is the great part about this. If we can free up some more units for the Allies, I think we just win this. Like, actually flat out victory. It could be Jova for me. It could be Jova for me. But we set the world. Oof, Stalingrad doesn't hold, but you have to take to the Ural Mountains anyway. It's only 83%. They would have to have We have 4 months. We have 4 months to curb a victory, at very minimum. And that's presuming the Soviets don't get any intervention and that the Germans don't get any more hurt. And you can see they are getting hurt. The Luxembourgish own 2 states of Germany. That is crippling for them. And Trier will be held next, and that will be our next hold. Chat, we don't hold 1, we don't hold 2, we hold 3 states of Germany. Nah, this is insane. This is actually low-key wild. This is stupid. This is stupid levels. Yeah, as soon as this gets freed up, everyone's going to always talk about the Luxembourgish army, or the heroism of the Luxembourgish. Chat, the Luxembourgish army actually confounded the Germans so hard that they've died. This is insane. Okay. Sell equipment. You know what? In fact, Germany, Russia, you need equipment, don't you? And we have a surplus stockpile of 4,000 shit guns from France. There you go, mate. Take it. They have been confounded by that many troops for so long. Saarbrücken is a Luxembourgish province. Chat, Luxembourg is just holding this war together. Like, it is just Luxembourg versus the world at this rate. Chat, Luxembourg versus the world. Emmanuel Spieler is confounding everyone. Everyone is questioning what is existence, what is life at this rate. The Germans are having their cast and yet they are losing. Oof. Ouch is the words for the German army. Ouch is the word for the day. And into Asen really quickly. Charles Marx, what a leader. What a leader. What a micro. The French are going to push, and that is it. The Germans are dead. There is no more conversation about it. Sign a pact of non... The war is so good that we've got Lord Edward Halifax. We don't even have Churchill. Historically, he wanted to sign peace treaties, but because the war is just that good, bro's like, we're gonna fight anyway. Screw peace talks. They're Nazis anyway. It's just not even worth it if we lose Asen. It's just not even worth it. It's just not. It's not worth the rush. It's just not. At no point is it worth the rush. Lovely. Okay, we don't need all 7. Right. We're gonna distribute them across the line then. How about we just all attack there and kill another 2 units for free? Okay, that was a bit daring, I'll have to admit. Right. We might need balanced cohesion actually. To support them most, we need to be balanced about how we do stuff. Okay. Okay. And then we just run in here with the French infantry. Apparently we just get completely cucked out. That is depressing. I don't know why we retreated. But we're going to cry about it later. We're going to cry about it. I actually cannot believe we hold so much land. Classic Hoi 4 frame rate. Yeah, no, it is. It is. I mean, to be fair, think about it. Hoi 4 frame rate or beating the Nazis flat out. Which do you prefer? I think it's this. I love it how, like, the Battle of Stalingrad, we are like actually nearing the end of our days. I don't know how much more time we have. How many factories? We're not a major country. We're dead. We're dead. We are... I'm so tempted. You are looking at the Luxembourgish set the Germans for death. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. But it's not beautiful enough. Chat, the Luxembourgish army has to keep pulling miracles here. Miracles have to be made for a Luxembourgish army to feasibly exist. So, we need to put all of our units here very quickly. The idea? Run. Just sprint it. Just actually sprint it up. If we can beat the Nazis in speed. Yes, we are officially trying to beat the Nazis in speed. In the most ridiculous way possible. By just walking. Nah, that's fake. Fake news. Right, dual attack here. Double click them. Or if they want to give up, we can get another encirclement. If they want to give up here, so we're gonna get the encirclement here. Because we have the manpower on both sides. They do not. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't. Who asked? Who asked? Who asked? Right. That's us dead. That's us dead. Chat. Chat. Chat, this is very sad. Chat, because of game rules, we die. That is depressing. By game rules, we die. Although that was by far the best. If we didn't get stuck in the Comintern, if we didn't get stuck at the start, we would have done so well. Honestly, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful first stream back. Chat. You know what? I'm glad. I'm glad we had this today. You know what? Do you know how I'm going to end this? Chat. Thank you for coming. It has been magnetic. Honestly, if you'd like to do all that funky YouTube stuff, that would be brilliant. But we're going to check something. Career profile. It was not our best Luxembourg yet. Our Luxembourgish army has been bigger. Has been better. Has been greater. Chat, thank you for coming. It has been beautiful. And well,